Welcome to Sports Jazz. My name is Isaac. Up in the building, back in your face. Of course, with Josh around. Here as usual to give you the latest in transfer news or whatever's happening in the sports world. Remember, our YouTube channel is Sports Jazz. Please do subscribe, like our videos, share our videos, and be part of the family. We have a lot to start with today. We have Arsenal news. I know they cannot wait. We have news coming in from Manchester United. Things are not really, I would say, not so good as far as their targets in the midfield are concerned. We have we have players leaving Arsenal. We have, and other related transfer news. And we also have preseason game results, games that did happen last night. Well, Josh, no, before you come in, Josh, before you make an intro, let me start right off. Arsenal news, or the news coming in from the Arsenal camp is Riccardo Calafiori to Arsenal is a done deal, and the Italian defender will sign a 5-year contract. I think this is so news for Arsenal as a team. The fans are extremely happy because they've been whining and crying a lot, trying to blame Edu. Josh, please, I know you did talk about him in our last stream, but tell me something good about Calafiori that you think you didn't say last time, and how are they going to line up now with Arsenal? Is he walking straight into the first team, and how excited should the fans be?
Yes, welcome back. I'm so glad that Riccardo Calafiori has finally concluded his move to Arsenal.
I mean, it's been stalling for a long time, and they've been crying.
Yeah, it has been stalling, but it has been in the works. Like I told you earlier, that it had been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano that by the end of the week he will be an Arsenal player, and indeed, yesterday he was confirmed as an Arsenal player.
Correct.
And the fans should be very excited. I mean, Riccardo Calafiori is going to be in that back line of Saliba, Jurien Timber, and Gabriel Magalhaes. That is a very solid backline.
Very good backline.
Yeah, a very solid backline on paper.
I don't know how teams are going to handle.
Yes, you asked that. What did I not say about Riccardo Calafiori that I can
you
say
must
now?
say today, now that they've signed him.
You did liken the player to Sergio Ramos, but I don't believe he's anywhere near Sergio Ramos. I mean, he's more calculated in his tackles, and he's a dribbler. He moves the ball up front so fast. I mean, and often. So I can liken him to Paolo Maldini rather than Sergio Ramos.
Just don't start those things.
No, he's that type of player. He has everything. He has everything going for him. Remember, he's still a young kid, and there's a lot to do for him to even reach the levels of a player like Paolo Maldini. But I'm telling you that he has tenets that are similar to the great Paolo Maldini.
Correct.
Yeah, Arsenal fans should be really excited. I mean, he's going to be quite a player. As a Man United fan, I am actually
jealous.
concerned. I'm concerned. Yeah, I'm jealous that the player went to Arsenal, but I am happy for Arteta as a manager, because when you see the things that he does, he appears to pick the right pieces, to fit his jigsaw. Maybe you can say Kai Havertz or what, but that's the type of player that he wanted at the time. You could have wanted him to buy maybe Ivan Toney at the time, or Ollie Watkins, but in his mind, the player who fit, the player who was a glove fit for him was always a player like Kai Havertz. I mean, he prefers that player who is going to be up there as a false nine, half nine, yes. Other than
I think the gentleman on the screen we have Timothy. I think he's an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, sure. Riccardo Calafiori is in the house,
and he's saying no one was whining. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you, everyone who's tuning in. Team, thank you for tuning in. It means a lot. He goes on to say, confirmation is only by the clubs, yet to happen. Beat Fairs looks like it's through the door. I think it's already done because he's supposed to go do his medicals in the USA, join the team in the preseason. Who knows? Maybe he might also play against Manchester United this
yeah.
weekend,
It is rumored that he'll make the bench for the
and
Manchester
maybe
United game.
having a good debut with an own goal. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. I'm joking. It's a George, please carry on. So you think Calafiori is going to be walking straight into the team? Because right now,
Uh,
with him walking in, then you have Calafiori, you have Gabriel, you have Saliba, and Ben White.
yes, but the left hand left back position is up for grabs. I mean,
Yeah.
yesterday the other kid that I like a lot,
Mm,
Miles Skelly,
mm.
the midfielder. He
Had
was
a very
played at
great
left
game.
back, and
Mm,
and Ateta has started to play him at left back, which I think is a very good thing because this kid, despite his skill set,
mm.
I feel he needs to be played out of position to give him a better understanding of the game. Because when I first saw him, I couldn't believe that he was playing through the middle. I mean, this guy cuts through people like a knife through butter. He was
Ah,
yeah,
Josh,
yeah, yeah. I'm
it's
telling
too
you,
much.
he has a skill set of a wing forward, and yet he's a midfielder. I mean, doing tricks in the middle of the park is not easy, but this boy was doing it with ease. Then
Mm,
when I see that Ateta is playing him at left back, maybe he wants to give him an opportunity to mature and understand the game a little bit more before he makes the adjustment to the wing forward position on the left.
mm.
Yeah, so I mean, with Zinchenko and there's Zinchenko.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's yeah
The
there's Zinchenko.
there's, I think Smith is leaving. Smith plays left back, right?
No, 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 he does
He's
not.
right back.
No,
No.
he plays as a number
Emil Smith Rowe.
Yeah,
No, Smith Rowe
he's
is
a midfielder.
yeah.
midfield.
He's a midfield. Yeah, sorry about that. Guitar, please. I know you're excited. You're just jumping in, but at least try to introduce yourself. Say something to the viewers. You don't just go in right away. Straight up bumping in. Yes, Guitar. Very happy to have you, and very, very, very glad that you've managed to join us today. Really,
Yes,
man, you're waving.
I'm waving at a traffic cop.
Yeah, Guitar. We're speaking about Calafiori. He's about to join Arsenal. Please let me know what you think about the signing in a minute, please.
Yeah, I think it was Eminent.
Mm,
Here we go as Eminent.
mm,
Calafiori is a very good player. He plays well as a fullback, but he can also play as a centre half
mm.
if needed. I think Arsenal has strengthened its back four, and
Yeah, yeah.
the rumors
Yeah,
of
thank you, Tim.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh
yeah. We're going to come back to Tim. What he has
okay.
said. Guitar. It seems you're a bit busy. I'm going to come back to you. For now, Guitar is going to come back. Let's guys carry on. He just wanted to make a special appearance. Anyhow, yeah. So we have, I think, Tim met Timber, correct?
Yeah, he meant Timber.
Yeah, he met
Kiwor,
Timber. Yeah,
yeah,
by the
and
way,
Tomiyasu.
and he did have also a very, very great game last night. He impressed.
Yes, he did.
It's
He
very,
did.
very good to have him back on the grass because he has
My
been.
argument though with that back four of Arsenal, I would
Mm,
play Jurien Timber at right. Oh, Ben White is undroppable. Ben White is undroppable given the season that he put up last time. But proper footballers, I would prefer Jurien Timber on the right and Ricardo Calafiori on the left. Magalhaes and Saliba. The
okay.
partnership was so good. The partnership was so good. I don't know what Arsenal fans do think about their back four right now. if Ricardo Calafiori will come through later, I mean, he will be slowly integrated into the team. But for me, I would believe that he walks right into the team at left back, and Jurien Timber plays at right back.
Okay, well, that's it for you. Once again, Calafiori to Arsenal is almost done with the player set to have his medical. I think he's having his medicals already. He's going to join on a 5-year deal contract. And there you go, Arsenal fans. No more crying, no more lashing out at Edu saying no transfer activities. You know, they are used to usually signing their players in the first 2 weeks of the transfer season. So, well, not this time, where United has been having on the ropes.
Yeah, unlike United, Arsenal has little to do. So the players that they need are not as many as the ones United
That's correct.
need.
It's not an open heart surgery. Yeah. They're not in ICU. Well, still on Arsenal, I see they have Fulham are close to reaching to an agreement with Arsenal to sign Emil Smith for £35 million. I think the first bid was rejected, unless I'm mistaken, but the first bid was rejected.
£35 million is good money.
Yeah, it's good money for it's
not more for Emil Smith Rowe. 25 to 35 is given the fact that he did not play much of last season, so that is quite some money.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Josh. And still, by the way, in the Arsenal camp, this I'll put it on screen. We have Ben White. Ben White is considering a U-turn on his career, England career, following the departures of Gareth Southgate and Steve Holland. I think we did speak about this either briefly yesterday or yesterday but one, because we know the two, White and Southgate, were nemesis. If I won't say nemesis, but Southgate kept on dropping Ben White, who I think should have by the represented England in the tournament that just ended, the Euros. But I don't know the reason as to why. I don't know whether it was bad behavior.
Down the call. No, he turned down the call. He turned down the call.
He turned down the no, but it was because of something. He didn't just there was something that happened between him and Southgate. Then when he was called back again, he said no, he turned it down. Yeah, and Tim says,
yes, Tim, I agree with you.
Tim, thank you.
Ben White is undroppable.
Yeah. He says White,
but
Saliba,
I don't think
Gabriel and Calafiori. I think that's what I have to say. Yeah.
But
Timber has really to play.
Jurien Timber is such a footballer. You don't know how to not play him in the first team, and yet the ones who are before him have done just as well.
Timber has to really prove himself. That I mean, for him,
like I was saying about Ben White. Ben White turned down the call. He cited it was rumored that Steve Holland, the assistant in the England camp, in the previous tournament, had an altercation with him. Maybe it was about him demanding to play or training. We didn't really get but maybe someday we shall have what really happened at the time. But he did not want to play as long as Southgate and Steve Holland was still managing the national team.
Wow, that was really deep, really deep. But well, we're happy that he's coming back to the England squad. That will be a great addition. And yeah, that's the news for you from the Arsenal camp. Moving on real quick, going to Manchester United. Josh, United are considering a move for. They are considering a move for a player, Morten Holman from Sporting, as PSG won't budge when it comes to Manuel Ugarte. I think United has already made its choice. They prefer Ugarte to Zubimendi, but PSG's price is wild. I saw it's around 70 million euros, and United is not with the new management. If it was Woodward, the old management, right now the United would be cashing in. But it seems the new management under Ineos, no, they are not budging. They are not ready to pay that amount of money for Ugarte. What do you think about the player that they might turn to Morten?
Morten Newman is a Danish international. He's
Correct. Scored a
25
beautiful
years
goal.
old.
Mm,
Yeah, he scored the equalizer against England at the Euros 2024.
correct.
He's a very decent player. He's a very decent defensive midfielder. His strengths, among others, his defensive understanding of the game,
Mm,
anticipation, control, timing, security, positional discipline. The areas to improve in for the player maybe speed and agility. But
okay.
he's a defensively intelligent midfielder who reads the game to a high level. He has
Okay.
a great anticipation, which allows him to read the opposition's next moves, giving him an impressive interception percentile. His positional discipline that allows him to sit just in front of the defense when his team is out of possession
Yeah.
is something to look up to. He prevents the opponents from testing the keeper from long range. He's more calm. He's not as aggressive as maybe Manuel Ugarte, but he's very strong and tenacious in duels. He's not a rush player. He doesn't make too many tackles. Oh, he doesn't make rush tackles because he's one of his best strengths is the positional awareness, the positional discipline that he has. If he anticipated that he would not get the ball from an attacker,
Mm,
at least he would make a slide tackle, but he would not allow himself to be dragged out of position, like we see more often midfielders who rush, make decisions to go and then leave those spaces open and what. So he's a very good player, and I'm glad that Ineos is looking at proper footballers for the
so,
positions. When you look at the profile of the player, he
Josh,
fits a defensive midfielder.
Josh, what you're trying to say right now is he would be way better than Ugarte
No,
and Zubimendi if we got
Ugarte does. They
if United got him.
all the three do a different job.
Mhm.
Zubimendi does a job that is similar to Morten Hulman's job, but
Yeah.
Zubimendi is a more technically gifted player than Morten Hulman. And
Mm.
Morten Hulman is not fast. He's not as agile as maybe Ugarte or Zubimendi, but he's
Yeah.
self. His positional discipline. You know, as a defensive midfielder, you additionally be sorry, you want a player in who is going to be aware of his surroundings. You know,
Mm.
he's not going to leave a lot of spaces in behind him, or he's going to actually stand in front of that back four.
Okay. So
Yeah.
in other
So
words, he's a great ad, right?
yeah, he would
And
be.
you're
He
very
would be a great.
sorry, I'm reading something. In other words, you have no problems with him joining as joining United in case Zubimendi and Ugarte don't come through.
Yes, especially that you should know that when Manuel Ugarte left and went to PSG, Morten Hulman is the man who was chosen to come and replace him at Sporting, and he has
Okay.
so far done a very decent job as a defensive midfielder.
Okay, yeah, that's Martin for you. I think the scouts that Ineos is using are really good at their job, because you see all the players, the choice of players that they are picking, the choice of
Yes,
players that they are pointing at.
the
If you check
profile
their
is really
background,
good.
the profile is
Yes,
really good, and that's very good. Kudos to Ineos once again, proving to you that they are not there by mistake, and they are doing a very great job.
I know
Very
you
soon
can
we
get
shall be having
options.
Guitar back. Sorry, Josh. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're saying?
when you look at Jason Wilcox, He's had a vast experience with youth programs, and he has a lot of connections among the youth. When you look at Vivel is the recruitment head. He's the one who negotiated the deal for RB Bag to sign a little known Erling Haaland at the time. So I mean, these are people who know what they're doing. These are people who are well versed with the profiles of players who would fit into a system of play or a style of play that they would want. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Josh, for the insights. As I've said, Gita is going to be joining us very soon. I think he's ready. He's back in. Gita, thank you for coming back. Well, we were speaking about the new addition, or rather, a player that United might sign in case Ugarte doesn't come through because of the price tag. He has 70 million euros, which United is not ready to meet. Moving forward, guys, still on Manchester United. We see United are ready to sell around 7 players. We did talk about it yesterday, Josh. Gita, you were not around, but they are ready to offload 7 players to fund more signings if the right offer comes. And one of the players, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who's a right back. We have Victor Lindelof, who's a CB, England international player, Harry Maguire, former captain of Manchester United. We have Danish player Ericsson, retired. Scott McTominay, captain of Scotland. Jadon Sancho. Well, Sancho he didn't have a great season last season. He wasn't even called to the national team. And of course, Brazilian international Anthony Dos Santos. All players have been named and listed. If the right offer comes, United is cashing in. Or rather, United, if someone comes and is cashing in with the right offer, United is taking the money. Gita, your take in a minute about is it the right call if the right money comes?
Yeah. First of all, I don't agree with you. Jadon Sancho actually had a good season.
Last season?
Last season, while playing for Dortmund.
No, he didn't.
No, it's subjective. It wasn't the perfect season, but he revitalized a little of what Jadon Sancho could have been. And you can't say he had a bad season when they reached all the way to the finals. Of course, it wasn't because of him, but he played a vital role. That said, I don't think he, considering what has happened within the squad, it would be best for Manchester United if given a right price is set or met by the buying club to send him off. I'm one of those people who believes in trusting. If you've chosen to stick with the manager, trust the manager. The manager should have a bit of control and discipline over his players. I think of the players you listed, I still have doubts they would sell players like Christian Eriksen. I don't think so many clubs will be up, not because he's not a good player, but considering what clubs would need, and it seems to me Eriksen would want, if he's fit, to be a starter. I think so many clubs would be lining up. So, and then also I really doubt they'll be, even if it would be a good deal, maybe because they would not be getting value for money, considering how I had a poor season. I doubt they would get any between 35 to 40, which would be a good value for him. And even if they got such a valuation, it would be a huge loss on Manchester United. So they need to sell off players to make way for new additions. And I think players like Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I'm a huge fan of him. I find him to be one of the best fullbacks in terms of defense. Although going forward, he's not so good. With the game Eric Ten Hag wants to. I've already said Harry Maguire, what good centre half for certain teams, he's not the right fit for Manchester United. So that would be a good a good business if they sold him. If a right price came, I think that within the regions of 30 to 40 million euros would be a good sale.
All right.
Wanted to comment on what you guys had earlier on said, considering Manuel Ugarte, what the Manchester United not being able to meet the 70 million euro as price by PSG. I think there are
Yeah.
other players that United use, like Joseph Fofana. I personally think he would be a good fit, and for the price they're asking, that in this current market, 15 million euros, that's a steal. So
Mm.
with in addition to who they are lining up, Morten, the Danish player, I think Fofana would be for me a good, a good steal. Yeah.
So you're saying Fofana will be a great add to for
Yeah.
Manchester United, right?
It's a cheap steal, and he would play exactly what, not exactly what he would do, but he would be within those regions. You need that. I think they're looking for Manuel Ugarte is. It's Manchester United looking for a player who's going to do that rough play, who's going to break lines, break play of counter attacks and that sort of play. And Fofana, maybe what he might have a little edge over what is he has that a little bit of passing ball playing abilities compared to Uate, but of course Uate better player suited, but money they ask for 5 years.
Okay. Thank you very much, Gita. Thank you for your submission. Gita, your voice is breaking. I don't know what it is, but anyhow, thank you so much. Yeah, that was Gita with the submission. Okay, going into the preseason game results that did happen, real quick before we start the other transfer related news. We had Arsenal versus Bournemouth 1-1. Arsenal won on penalties 5-4. We had Chelsea versus Wrexham 2-2. Man City losing to Celtic 3-4. Then Bayern Munich thrashing Rotterdam Egan 14-1. And Bayern Munich. And of course, Manchester United versus Arsenal versus Manchester United. This Sunday early morning, depending on where you are, your time zone. But where we'll be, it will be very, very early morning on a Sunday. Yeah, and we're looking forward to that. And we shall be streaming that game too. Josh, real quick, what do you think about the games? Is it the game? I don't know whether, did you watch Arsenal versus Bournemouth?
The Arsenal game. I
Yeah.
followed the Arsenal Bournemouth game, and yeah, it was a good game. Players got some minutes. The squad, the kids came in. I was looking up to seeing Skelly play because I admired the talent of the kid, and he played. He was. He was what I thought was played out of position, but I understood that at that age, the manager is actually just doing what is good to help you grow into your element. So
correct.
Yeah, not bad. Then Fabio Vieira. Fabio Vieira had a very nice goal. He scored a very nice goal. A volley. Bournemouth came back in the game, but Bournemouth had started their preseason a bit early, and Arsenal, this was their first game. Yeah, and they had already decided that the game would end in penalties if it was a draw, and they took the penalties. Then the hero on the night was the Arsenal young goalkeeper. Who was in goal, who saved. Then Gabriel Jesus took it to sudden death.
Yeah, by the way,
Arsenal 1-5-4.
By the way, a real quick one before guys we go on. I would like us to do a keep or sell for Arsenal. I don't know whether you guys are ready. It would be nice if you had
very ready.
Yeah,
Arsenal is the team to beat.
Before you,
Arsenal is the team to beat. Like
Before you
everyone,
go to
yeah,
Arsenal,
everyone in the Premier League now is okay as a United fan or as a contender of the Premier League next season.
Yeah.
I finished 8th, but I'm calling myself a contender. As a contender of the Premier League next season,
no way, no way.
I'm more scared of Arsenal than Man City
You're more
going
scared
into
of
the
Arsenal
season.
than Man City. Mm.
You have
Yes, scared in a way of um, Arsenal is the team to beat now. You know, as the progress that the club has made over the years. Now this is the time. They've knocked. They should just kick the door in now.
yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think
Yes. Guitar. Please, in 30 seconds, we start
yeah.
the keep
Before we start our keep or sell,
in
I
30
think
seconds. Yes, please.
I liked the Man City Celtic game. It was one of I watched the Man City Celtic game. I was really impressed with how, although Man City lost, it was a 7-goal thriller with Man City losing 3-4. I liked how the kids set up. They really this is what I mentioned some time back, that when you see when Manchester United was playing, when you see that the kids, the academies are playing the exact kind of football as the first team, then that shows you that this is a well coached team. So there's that seamless connection between the academy and the first team. So although there were holes that you could see there, their back line moves far ahead, and if you're throwing those long balls and running faster, then you can get them on the break. But when
Okay.
it comes to what Josh has just said, Arsenal is the team to beat. It's the team to look out for. I honestly think they have an edge in winning the title race this coming season. I know what people always say, them bottling and all that, but I feel like this is the time. And if they can just get a
People
No,
don't
they call
just
them.
say they're
People
if
bottlers.
don't just say. Yeah.
they can just get a striker, I only if they can get two good strikers, 2 20-goal a season kind of striker, Arsenal will be the team to look out for, not Man City.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much about that. Okay, guys. Keep or sell real quick. Let's start with the defenders, of course. Just a minute. Let's start with the defender. Okay. The keeper, David Raya.
Keep.
Josh.
Keep.
Then Aaron
Keep.
Ramsdale.
I'm a fan. I would want to keep him,
Keep.
but I doubt.
Yeah, keep.
I would want to keep him, but I doubt he would want to be playing second to Raya. So if
Okay.
a good price comes, sell.
Of course, yeah, Calafiori just joined, so yeah, it's automatic. Then William Saliba.
Keep. Best
Josh?
center half right now in the world.
Josh?
Keep. Hey,
Then,
yo, Lisandro Martinez is hearing you.
Okay, Julian Timber.
Listen, you have to be fair.
Guys, Timber.
The Argentine was the best defender of the whole tournament. Okay,
no,
let's go
it's-
on. Sorry.
Yeah, I was saying Timber.
Keep.
Josh?
Timber, keep.
Okay, then of course
Keep.
you have Gabriel.
Keep.
The whole back
keep.
line.
Guys, keep or sell? We are time bad. Gabriel.
Keep.
Yeah, keep.
Keep. Okay, I don't know why you're overthinking this. You don't have to. You shouldn't be thinking too much. Then we have Ben White.
Keep.
Keep.
Tommy Sayu.
Sell.
Oh,
Josh.
Sell.
Okay,
Tomiyasu. Sell.
Okay, Zichenko.
Along
Sell.
with Tiani. Sell. Zichenko.
Yeah, Zichenko.
Sell.
Yeah. And
No, keep.
Kyrian. That's the one that you said along with him, right?
Tiani. Yeah, Tiani, sell.
Okay, and okay, all right. Moving on to the midfielders.
Kiwio.
Kiwio, yeah. Jakob.
Keep. Jakub, keep.
Gita.
Keep. Keep.
Okay, then moving on
And the
to the
back line, I would
midfielders.
sell Tiani and Tomiyasu. I've
Zichenko.
gotten
I
Ricardo
forgot to say
Calafiori,
Zichenko
so
too.
no, Zichenko I keep.
Okay, then okay,
He's a senior
midfielders. Fabio
player.
Vieira. Fabio.
Keep.
Keep.
Guitar. Keep. Okay, very good. Then you have Jorginho.
Keep.
Keep.
Keep. Keep. Keep.
Keep. You have Gabriel Martinelli.
Keep.
Martinelli. Then you have Bukayo
Keep.
Saka. Okay, although he's a forward.
Keep.
Okay, Smith.
Sell.
Let the kid play. I would just sell him because I would want him to go and play good football. He's a good kid.
No, I would
Martin
sell him because I want to win the title.
Martin
He's not
Odegaard.
reliable. He's not
Okay, Martin
reliable. So
Odegaard.
why would I have such a player?
Odegaard,
Keep.
Don't even ask.
Okay, okay, that's good. Then I'm seeing Kai Havertz.
Keep.
Keep.
The 100 million euros.
Bother. Don't even bother thinking about
that one there.
Declan Rice.
That's the guy.
when he's not
You
playing that
Kale,
deep six
Kale,
role,
you
when
keep.
he's allowed to play.
Kale, you keep. Kale,
What do you
you
mean,
keep.
Kale? What do you mean? Don't insult.
As in, it cost 100 million. So I mean,
Yeah,
don't
I think it's not
insult
wrong.
us.
Okay, guys. Moving on. Jesus Gabriel.
keep.
I'm not a huge fan of him. He's not like sell.
Sell. Okay, then but I forgot Nketiah. Edin Keita. I
Nketiah
think he's
sell.
already going. Nketiah, yeah.
Nketiah sell.
He could be leaving on loan, by the way. Okay,
Yeah,
I
sell.
think that's it. Did I forget anyone? I think that's it.
You didn't
Who-
mention.
Oh, can I just go back? Can I
You
just
didn't
go back a
mention
minute?
Partey. Eh?
Thomas Partey.
Partey, that
Yeah.
one
Wow.
was sold. He's not in keep or sell, he's in sold. Expired.
Well,
Yes.
so
And
can
I'm
I
glad-
go back a
I'm
minute?
glad you didn't ask about Saka because that there's no asking about that Starboy.
Can I go back a minute?
yeah, sure.
I would keep Edin Ketia and sell Gabriel Jesus and buy a striker.
And buy another striker.
yes.
Yeah, buy another striker.
But if the right price came in, and
Though Edin Ketia is more likely to fetch you money than Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah.
So that's
what?
why Edin Ketia goes.
we,
Yeah.
we are
Really?
not looking at the business
Yeah.
end of it. We are just looking
Yeah.
at pure football. I would just
Pure football. I would sell Gabriel Jesus and play Edin Ketia with another striker. Probably Oli Watkins.
Ivan
By
Toney.
the way, Watkins. Ivan
No,
Toney,
Oli
not
Watkins,
Ivan
not Ivan
Yeah,
Toney. Oli Watkins.
Ivan Toney.
Oli, yeah, I doubt Ivan Toney can learn.
Well,
Ateta is a teacher. I mean,
You
his
need that
ego might just
aggressive.
be too big.
Arsenal needs that aggressive forward up front. Someone
No,
who-
they don't. They
I
don't.
think
They don't. They just
they-
need a striker who
they-
scores goals.
with
They
the
don't
they
way-
need.
need, yeah.
I hate.
Ivan Toney.
I hate
Guitar-
that football. I hate
Guitar-
that
with
football
Arsenal.
of
Guys,
aggression.
hold up. Guys, hold up.
If-
Guitar,
Mm.
if Arsenal had a very, very good striker last season, they were winning. They were going to win the trophy.
Ivan Toney was there for the taking, and he wanted to join Arsenal. So why wouldn't I get him? Of
The
course,
English
what-
media wanted him to join us now, but perhaps the manager never even thought of that idea. The moment it crossed him, he was like, "What? This guy is crazy." I mean, this guy left all of them and bought Kai Havertz. And
By the way,
you see the profile. You see the profile of Kai Havertz, and that's the type of player that he wants to play for him. That's the profile of player. Then Ivan Toney, yes, in your eyes, he is that striker, but for Brentford, not for Ateta.
not fatted. I think I also agree with Josh. By the way, I agree with him. He's 100% correct. Anyway, guys, moving on real quick. We're going to dive into the rather other transfer speculations. We have Bournemouth in talks to sign Juventus defender Dean Hussein. His asking price is 20 million euros. Then we have Chelsea. I need your opinions on this. Chelsea are prepared to lower their asking price for Romelo, Bongoli, Lukaku from 37. I can't, man, this guy fell so he fell off so bad. From 37 million pounds to 29 million pounds. Although Napoli want to only pay 21 for the 31-year-old.
They should agree to that 21 because he's definitely not coming back.
Actually, if I were Napoli, I would actually put my foot down. I do want the player, but I'm not giving you anything above 20 million. I think the 1 million is just them
What Arsenal offered, what Arsene Wenger offered one time plus $1.
as in to make it 21. They're sarcastically throwing a jibe at Chelsea because 20 million is enough for Lukaku. At this age in his career, it is enough. It is enough.
He's not going to come back to
even
London
if it all turns out well and he goes to Napoli and scores 30 goals, which he might do. I mean, 20 million to offload him is enough.
It's just enough. They shouldn't be adding anything more.
No, they shouldn't even. You see, when they give you 20 million for Lukaku right now, you just keep quiet, go to the bank, complete the documents, make sure he leaves. They might change their mind.
The best controller, football controller, his control gets everyone.
Sell Lukaku.
He's quite a player. He's quite a player. He's good too. No. He's good.
Josh, how much did United sell Lukaku? Was it 75?
No,
around.
This is not even. This is not even about sell. 75. We lost about 75. We lost about 75. We lost about 15 million.
15. Anyway,
because United bought him for 80 plus.
Yeah, that's correct. 80 plus, close to 90 M.
We sold him at a loss.
RIP, his former agent Mino man was a gangster when it came to negotiating deals, especially transfer
close to
deals.
90 M. Yeah,
he would have weird bonuses. Anyway, moving on. Sorry, he was a what? Josh.
No, let's move on. Let's move on.
Okay, all right.
Let's move on real quick.
Bournemouth is set to sign the defender. Breaking news: the defender that they had earlier inquired about from Juventus for, not the defender, player Dean from for a fee of 18 million euros. I see he's having his medicals very soon. Then, of course, we have Newcastle eager to push through a move for AC Milan's defender Malik Thiaw for about 35 million pounds. I think that's enough, by the way. Italian players should cost more than that, not in a bad way, but Calafiori.
Is he not Brazilian?
Who?
Malik Thiaw.
No,
he's from AC Milan, but I remember as if he's a Brazilian.
So
let's move on real quick. Malik.
No, he's from German. He's a German player.
He's German.
Okay, German. Okay. Nationality.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Anyway, again, 17-year-old George has signed for AS Monaco. Sorry, not SC. AS Monaco for 20 million euros. Then moving on real quick. Sorry, I didn't pronounce the other name, guys. You can see it on the screen. It's a bit very, very complicated. Then we still have West Ham have made a bid for Aston Villa's John Duran, 30 million pounds, plus a young player. Talks are ongoing, and it looks like the deal is about to come through. So let's wait and see how things are going to go. We still have a few transfers. Juventus have made contact.
Aston Villa has really done a lot in this transfer window. I think they're a team that has spent the most so far.
That's true. That's true. It's the team that has spent so far in the EPL. We shall come back later and list the players and the amount also. Juventus has made contact or has made a contract proposal to Karim Adeyemi I love Adeyemi, guys. I love Karim Adeyemi.
Yeah,
Adeyemi's
yeah.
representatives, no talks have initiated with Dortmund yet. I'm hoping.
I like the player. I like
Uh,
the player, but from a distance. Yeah,
what is
because
that?
we have a lot of. I
What
love
is
the
this?
player, but from
We
a
have peace.
distance.
We have peace saying something, but I don't. Card, red, penalty.
Red penalty.
I don't really get it.
Uh,
I don't.
I
I
think
can't.
the red card, the card is the first, the red in the middle, and the penalty at the end.
Well, that is hard to to decide. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Chris,
Anyhow,
for
I was
always
saying
tuning
I
in.
do like
Sorry,
I
you do
do
like
like
Karim?
the what I do like Adeyemi, but from a distance, because
Mm,
we have a lot of players at United who flatter to deceive, and
he's dying so
Adeyemi,
hard to
much
play
as is
for
direct
German.
and what,
Mm.
yeah, he's not yet. He has failed to grow from the threat
He
to a
was
player
impressive
who
two
is
years ago. Yeah,
efficient,
yeah, yeah. That's true. He
effective.
looked a threat. He looked
Yeah,
like he would really
he's not
mature,
grown. He's not
but
grown from that stage. So
he's stuck somewhere.
yeah,
Anyway,
he's a bit Rashford.
yeah, he's more like Rashford, man. Rashford. I was telling
That's why I tell
yo,
you I like him from a distance, not at United.
I was telling Josh yesterday that it looks like Rashford is following into Anthony Martial's footsteps. That's where he's going to go. But we shall come back to that some other time. West Ham have reached an agreement to sign Mazarawi for a fee of 15 million, 15.5 million euros plus add-ons. Personal times already agreed, and it
What
looks like.
happened to United?
Well, I saw the
I
rumors.
do
To
believe
be honest.
No, I do believe Ineos has better players in that position. If you can let a player of 15 million, yes, they have their sights on better players. When I've looked at all the profiles of the players that they've been interested in, leave the ones that the media throws around. When you look at the players that they've really been interested in, they have the right profiles for the players that can actually play football, can actually transform your side. So much as Mazarui is has reached an agreement with West Ham for 15 million, and if they've accepted that to happen, then they have better players in their sides.
Okay. Well, going to Mausa Diaby, I still, once again, I still up to now do not understand. It has failed to make sense to me. He has completed his move to Al Ittihad in Saudi, penned a 5-year contract, and he did cost 60 million euros.
Yeah,
It's
50
wild
million
because he was one
pounds.
of their best players, right? For Aston Villa.
Yeah, he was. He
I
was,
don't know whether
but
they fell out with Unai. I don't really get it. I don't
I,
understand it.
it's not yet out. But
there's a bit of football that I think we never talk about. While
Mm,
we watch football as a sport, to some
mm.
of the players, it is a source of employment. It's a source of income. I
not
don't know
even
if
some of the players, all the players.
oh
As
yes, I
in,
understand.
yeah,
You
it's
know
a
there are
job.
players.
It's a
Dude,
job.
listen, Josh, what I meant with that is that some players play
Yes.
football, like they enjoy playing football, and the money is like an addition to what they do. And then there are
Mm.
players who go in for the money. For example, you remember Oscar of Chelsea, who went
Yeah.
to China. He has still made some statement to the effect that, you see at the end, players are going to Saudi
Yeah, I
Arabia.
remember he went.
Trophies,
He was earning
trophies are not
400,000 per week.
for him. The only biggest trophy you would think of is a trophy for his country. So
Yeah.
But
it's unfortunate.
football has a lot of money. Just play good football and you can earn
No,
700,000
I
at
agree with that.
Barcelona.
I
De
agree
I
with
also
that.
Jong
agree
is
with
earning
that. But I
700,000 at
remember,
Barcelona.
but he did
Yeah,
also make his point. He said,
there are
just to
players
add
who
on,
are not, there are players
Okay,
who are
yeah,
not that
Moussa Diop.
professional,
Yeah,
and
but
given
sorry.
their background, there are
mm,
players who are not that professional, and given their background, coming from rags to riches, football is secondary. They think ahead, like when I
that is
retire in
correct.
5 years, what am I going to do? So We
That
have
is
to
what
look at
Oscar did say. He said, "You guys might be laughing at me, but I'm earning 400,000 every week. I have a family to
Yeah,
take
good
care
for
of,
him.
and that,
good for him, but we will not
Yeah,
remember
good
him.
for him. Good for him.
We'll always
Actually, he
remember
came.
Dino.
No,
We'll
but he
always remember.
came. He came. He won a few trophies in the Premier League. I think he won a trophy with Chelsea, and an opportunity presented itself, and he went. He went to China.
anyway,
In the
guitar
end, we
guys, let's
always
move
remember
on.
the likes of Dinos, the Messis. We don't remember them by their money or anything, but it's their decision to make.
Okay,
Yeah,
guys,
that is
moving on real
exactly.
quick. We see Falan Mendy. I think, yeah, we did talk about this last time. The agreement has been reached, and he's going to renew his contract with at Madrid until 2027. Yep. Still on the transfer news shortly before we have Guelado, who's set to join Chelsea. Yeah, the right back will be loaned immediately back to Strasbourg. The fee is 9 million euros, but it's going to be paid as in 7 million euros first, plus add-on 2 million euros.
I think Isaac, we will need to come back one day and just talk about FFP rules, because it seems to me like Chelsea is doing a lot of trading. Man City brought Savio from a sister company, sister club that is equally playing in the Champions League. But you saw the likes of Manchester United could not do trade with Nice over Todibo. So it's something we need to come back and discuss sometime.
Yeah, it's something that we need to come back and discuss. Okay, guys, Gita, you had mentioned earlier about Aston Villa being the highest spending club in Europe at the moment this summer, with splashing over 60 million euros for Onana. Sorry, for Onana from Everton. Sorry,
Amado Onana, how much?
Yeah, Amado Onana, 60 million euros. Then they have Ross Barkley, 5. Okay, let me start from the top. Onana, 60 million euros. Madsen, 44.5 million euros. Then Archer, 16.65 million euros. Philogene, we are 60 million euros. Eiling Jr., 14 million euros. Josh, what? You're tired already?
No,
Dobin, 11 point. I'm kidding.
I'm actually
11.8
not
million.
tired. I think the yawn is from how long United has taken without signing a player since we signed Lenny Yoro. So
United fans. And Dobin, 11.8 million euros. Then Baranechia or Baranechia is 8. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, rather the name poorly. 8 million euros. And Barkley, 5.9 million euros. All signed so far. The team that has spent the most in the transfer in the whole of Europe.
yeah, but that is
because
good.
they are going. Is that a statement because they are going to Champions League?
I think that is one of the reasons, and the other reason is they have a proper manager. A proper manager is going to ask the club. No, Unai Emery is not going to not demand to be backed by the club, because if you're competing on all these fronts and you expect they have targets, he has set targets for himself, the club has set targets for them, and he's an ambitious guy. As in, much as we look at it like this is Aston Villa, as a manager, he has his ambitions and he hopes to fulfill his ambitions. So I mean, he would demand that the board backs him, which it has done. It has given him a few players, and I see some experienced players who can manage to play in the Champions League. Yeah,
I think Josh is right. The board needs to back Unai Emery, because remember Unai Emery inherited Aston Villa, which was almost being relegated by Gerrard.
Correct.
Steven.
Yeah, that's true. By the way.
So, and he pulled them out. He started competing, and they were the season before last. They were in the top, 8, and then after they are in the top 4. and they are going to play Champions League for the first time in I don't know how long. They have done. He made good. There are some good signings. Douglas Lewis. They've done good business selling him, and I think for me, considering they are going to with the kind of play they are having, they are going to be featuring in a number of cups or trophies. I think that the board did well to reward him by signing so many players. It's going to be a good season where we are going to even move from top 6 to top 8 to top 10 at some point.
Well, I'm praying for
But,
teams like
not-
Manchester United, for teams like Tottenham Hotspurs, because there are new kids on the block. Newcastle also is good at spending.
No, but
Aston
United
Villa
under
pulling-
Ineos. United under Ineos, save your prayers, boy.
You've only
Save your
signed
prayers,
players.
as in
Manchester
yo.
United has only signed 2
Josh
players.
has a lot of faith in
The
Ineos.
season will end when they have signed like 3 or 4 players.
Yeah, but by the way, it's
It is
impressive
okay,
because
even if they
everyone looked
sign-
down. Yo, Josh,
You
where I
see-
agree with Josh, everyone looked down when Sir Jim Ratcliffe was taking over, was buying those shares. Everyone wanted the Qatari. Remember, the Qatari guys wanted to buy the whole thing. And
Yeah,
this one
'cause we
came with
just
on a
thought-
proposal
We
to
just
take.
thought that the Qatari is going to come and Man City us of like just throw money at us.
I
and
know,
throw
whoever
money
wants,
at
they just
problems.
But it's good also that it's Sir Jim Ratcliffe, because he's been a fanboy since childhood. He's been a fan since childhood. He breathes, he eats, he sleeps at Manchester United. He knows the values. He knows what it means for the team to be the best in England,
not
in
just
UK.
Manchester United.
And
He's a sports fan.
Ineos is us. Ineos
And also,
is,
Ineos as a company, they're very good.
as a company, they are sports development,
sports.
sports science development company. So really, they can do such things. I mean, they did what was the guy's name? Kipchoge. Kipchoge, the guy, the marathon
The
they
Kenyan
did with set pacers and what the Kenyan athlete, and as in they can set out to do things like this. How can we better an athlete to reach the maximum of his abilities? And they did it, and we saw that he broke a record. He ran. Yes, it was not a Olympic recorded, but he did a mean feat there. But I was saying not to underscore what Zach said of Aston Villa was about to be relegated when Unai Emery came in, and what the politics of football. The board and the chairman, they will never sack a manager before the bad run ends. They will let the Man City, the Arsenal, the Man United, the Liverpool, they will all play. And when the guy has a run of the relegated bound teams and mid-table teams, then they will sack a manager and bring in a new manager. So immediately there's that new manager bounce, and then we are caught up in this whole euphoria of like, wow, this guy is better than the guy who left. But the guy who left, if you looked at the calendar, I mean, that was the rough patch. He would have won probably the games that were next.
No way. Steven Gerrard wasn't going to take them anywhere.
I'm not talking about Steven Gerrard in particular. I'm talking about Patrick Vieira. I'm talking about all these managers they let go at some point.
Yeah.
But it is good business for you as a chairman to let them go at that point.
Yeah, Unai Emery has so much in different clubs that he has.
Guys, we are about to sign out. Real quick, Hans Flick, who's a former German football manager and former player as well, and now currently the manager of the La Liga club Barcelona, says we see, according to Fabrizio Romano, he says he's not a backup player as things stand, and Sergio is not expected to sign a new deal at Barca. I think he doesn't.
Sergio Roberto.
Yeah, Sergio Roberto.
Yeah, Barcelona doesn't know how to handle its players. They almost do not have legends at that club.
And
Sergio Roberto
still on
was
Barcelona.
the club. Yeah, they could have just sent him in a nicer way than to tell him that we are not giving you a new contract, as in you know.
He still also, when asked about Nico
Well,
Williams, he
Manchester
said,
United let go of Roy Keane.
guys, when asked about Nico Williams, he said he's not our player. Nico Williams is under contract with another club, and I can't say anything more, or I can't say anything. But Laporte, the Barcelona president, did say that our financial situation, yeah, Laporte or Laporta, I don't know how, depending
Laporte.
on how you pronounce him.
Yeah, Laporta.
Spanish Laporte, English, is it Laporta?
Yeah, Laporta.
Yeah, Laporta.
Laporta is
Okay.
the president. Yeah.
When asked about Nico Williams, he said their financial situation has improved a lot and we are close to normality. Today, Barca can sign big names, and as we did our job, we will clarify our financial situation very soon. Still, the new Barca manager, when asked about Ansu Fati, he said he had a great impact. I was very happy with him. He's now injured, but still wait for him to come back stronger. Bro, man, this kid is getting forgotten. Do you know that? Ansu Fati.
It's not that he's getting forgotten. There are better players right now who are shooting on all fours, like Yamal and Nico Williams.
Guys, I think that's it today. We've gone an extra mile. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shout outs to whoever's performed, commented and suggested in the comment section. I know what you want to say. I can read what. Say it. I'll say.
No, let me just sneak one thing in. I say it.
Okay.
No, it cannot be true. I just wanted to remind you about the game we didn't talk about of Chelsea Wrexham. It ended 2-2, but in the second minute of the game, there was an altercation between Colwill and McLean. As in, these guys almost went to blows. As in 2 minutes into the game, they almost went to blows. There was was chaos on the pitch. Everyone came running there. The coach, Parkinson, the manager of Wrexham, and what. I was like, but it was a dangerous tackle from McLean, and McLean has a reputation of such controversies, such challenges, and what he's had a number of cards here and there from wherever he has been. Yeah, that's all. But anyway, I'm not saying anything you thought I was going to say.
What was I going to say? Rather, what do you think I think you're going to say? Anyway, shout out to everyone who was in the comment section, and that goes for Peace. Thank you so much for showing love. And of course, we have Timo or Timothy, who has also done the same thing, and Arsenal fan who was suggesting, even gave us his the players who would prefer to have at the back. That is new signing Ricardo, Saliba, Gabriel, and Ben White. Yeah, thank you so much once again, guys. Please do subscribe to Sports Jazz. My name is Isaac. Josh was with us. Guitar joined us later on. Subscribe, like, and share our videos. Guitar and Josh, say something before we sign out.
Thank you. Subscribe. Watch our the Arsenal versus Manchester United game, perhaps live with us. We'll have a watch. Please subscribe and like.
Yeah, Josh, we are losing you in terms of quality video or the picture, but say something. I think it's all because United hasn't signed someone yet. Say something.
No, there's really something wrong with you guys. I mean, like your network, you're jumping on and off.
Okay, please say something to our viewers before we bounce. We're signing out.
Guys, thank you. Thank you for watching. You keep watching. Keep it locked here.
All right. See you very soon. Sports Jazz, keep it locked. Shout out to everyone who again did participate in the comment section. Whoever stayed on to stream right from the start to the end. We love you all. Be back tomorrow.
Sports Jazz.
Sports Jazz.